Heracles entered the marsh. Every step struck the mud hard, sending dark water through the reeds. Eurystheus' words followed him.
There's this matter of the stables. You tried to accept a reward from King Augeas.
But he never paid me. A quiet laugh moved through the remembered hall.
That is hardly the point.
Heracles drove another step into the mud.
You demanded payment. That means you did not perform the labor for me, but as a hired hand.
The stables are clean, and I didn't get paid.
But the labor does not count. Through your own choices, you now owe me 12 labors in all. Remove the birds from Stymphalia.
No explanation, no argument left to make. Only another task, and another reminder that Eurystheus still held power to decide whether Heracles had done enough. Then something he had not noticed shifted above him. The trees along the waterline were crowded with shapes that did not move like ordinary birds. Their feathers caught in the light like metal and could be launched at prey like arrows. Their beaks and talons were sharp, and their poisonous dung had corrupted the surrounding land. Farmers had abandoned the nearby fields, and fishermen avoided the shore. Fields went untended, and people simply stopped going there. Heracles stepped deeper into the marsh. The mud seized his legs, the reeds swallowed the path, and every tree along the waterline was too thin to bear him. From the branches above, the birds watched. Then a familiar voice came from the bank behind him.
You're staring at them like they're a puzzle.
He turned to see Athena standing at the edge of the marsh, calm as ever, as though appearing beside dangerous lakes was simply how one spent an afternoon. The mud holds me, the trees won't, and the feathers can reach me before my bow can reach them. I know the problem. I just can't spot the missing piece. Athena looked out across the reeds.
Good. Ares would be even angrier if you didn't need help.
She was holding a bronze rattle, which, at first glance, did not look impressive. But the look of a thing, Heracles had learned, did not always matter. What is it? And what does Ares have to do with the birds?
They are sacred to him.
Athena glanced towards the birds.
And the desolation around this lake is no accident.
So driving them away will anger him. She raised a single eyebrow.
Probably.
Why would you help me anger your own brother?
Our brother raised them long ago and has always been rather proud of them.
That still doesn't explain why you're helping me, or how this works. The faintest smile appeared beneath her helmet.
Ares and I are both gods of war. You cannot expect there to be no competition. Besides, I would like to see you succeed.
She placed the rattle in his hand. Heracles was surprised by the unexpected weight of such a small thing.
But if I tell you every step, you'll only learn how to follow.
Heracles looked from the bronze rattle to the distant trees. Athena said nothing more. She simply waited to see what he would do. He began climbing toward firmer ground above the marsh, considering the bronze in his hand and the metallic feathers gathered in the trees. By the time he reached the ridge, he understood the task. He lifted the rattle and flicked his wrist once. The sound cracked across the lake. Then he twisted his hand quickly back and forth. Bronze answered bronze, and trees erupted with movement. Wings tore through the mist. The air filled with feathers, shrieks, and motion as the flock burst upward in disoriented panic. Now Heracles could reach them with his bow. Not every bird fell. Not every bird needed to. The flock scattered across the sky and fled the lake, leaving behind the reeds, the water, and the shore that had belonged to them for too long. The next labor would take Heracles across the sea, where a very different problem was walking around on four legs and ruining everyone's day.
Go to Crete. King Minos kept a bull he had promised to sacrifice to Poseidon. Now it's tearing the island apart. Bring it to me, alive.
The bull had come from the sea as a sign of divine favor, but Minos found it too magnificent to sacrifice. Promises made to gods become far more expensive when broken, though. By the time Heracles reached Crete, the bull had smashed fences, scattered herds, and driven farmers from their fields. Broken walls, trampled grain, and deep hoofprints marked a trail that anyone could follow. In an open stretch of land beyond the fields, Heracles found it. Enormous, white as sea foam, heavy with muscle, and restless in every movement. It scraped the ground with one hoof and lowered its head as soon as it saw him. Finally, a problem I can handle with strength. The creature charged, and at the last instant, Heracles seized its horns. His feet tore into the dirt as he was pushed backward. The bull twisted, bucked, and threw its strength against him again and again, but Heracles held on. Slowly, the creature's strength began to spend itself. Its charge became a struggle. Its struggle became resistance. At last, even the great bull of Crete could no longer throw Heracles off. With a rope secured around the bull, Heracles mounted its back and guided it toward the coast. Then, because he rarely seemed interested in doing things the easy way, he crossed the sea with the creature and brought it back to Greece. The gates of Mycenae opened, and the guards stepped aside. Into the city came Heracles atop the great bull, looking more like a victorious king than a servant that Eurystheus wanted him to be. The king appeared in front of the palace this time. He looked at the bull and then at Heracles, trying to hide his fear.
You brought it here? You asked me to bring it back alive. Yes. Now I'm asking you to bring it somewhere else alive. Somewhere else? Anywhere else.
The bull snorted, and Eurystheus stepped backward so quickly that one of the guards nearly had to catch him.
Leave. No.
Heracles had been mocked, delayed, cheated, and dismissed more times than most men would bear. But standing there with the bull of Crete beside him and seeing the fear in his cousin, he almost smiled. The work was done, and everyone could see it. So Heracles turned and led the bull away. But the creature was too wild to remain safely inside Eurystheus's walls. Released once more, it would wander into other stories, as troubles often do when powerful people decide they would rather release them than face them. But for Heracles, the labor was complete. The birds had been scattered, and the bull had been subdued. The next task would not deal with monsters at all. It would require Heracles deal with a queen. Thank you for spending time here at Mesa's place. The journey continues with the Amazonians, a labor where the danger comes not from battle, but another misunderstanding. If you'd like to continue the labors of Heracles, you can subscribe and return when you're ready. You're always welcome here.